Stay from 9 to 8 every workday. No fun at night, gotta hit the hay. But on Friday night you've worked all week long. It's time to get out and say what's up, Hong Kong.
Hi, welcome to What's Up Hong Kong. Travis Jones coming to you here from a Pacific Coffee in Soho. You better tell the people at home that, just so they, so the Pacific Coffee people, we can say we advertised for them, and that way they won't be pissed off that we're recording here.
Well, then they should be giving us some free coffee then. Never mind that.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, by the way, Soho, it's south of Hollywood Road. There's Sohos all around the world. Don't think we're in England or New York City.
We're in Hong Kong.
Yes.
And maybe there's a Hollywood Road in New York City. I'm not sure. So.
No, not that I know.
Okay. You would know. By the way, my guest this week, you've heard the sultry tones of, is Pete Grella, improv and stand-up comedian. Thank you for coming on the show this week, Pete.
Thank you, Travis, for having me here. What's up?
Yeah, what's up? That's the word, or the phrase, I should say. So let's learn more about our guest. Tell me a little bit about yourself, for everyone at home.
All right. Well, I moved here from New York City almost 7 years ago. Originally, I was here to do graphic design and then sales and marketing for graphic design. Still doing a little bit of that, but now I'm doing more teaching. And, of course, improvisation and stand-up comedy, which amazingly go very well hand in hand with teaching. Trust me, those kids keep us on our toes, so having the improv background helps out a lot.
Yeah, I've chatted with you before about that. It seems like you're pretty passionate about both the comedy and the teaching.
Yeah. I mean, it's a matter of getting information across to people in an entertaining way, if you want to look
That's
at
a good
it that
way.
way.
Yeah, there's a tie there, definitely. Yeah, very cool. And Pete performs regularly at Takeout Comedy.
That's right.
Amongst other places. What do you love about Hong Kong, Pete? Question I always start off with.
The convenience. It's very, very similar. Again, it's like I moved here from New York City. It's very similar. It's convenient. It's just for getting around, for getting things done, for getting things.
And you don't have to deal with New Yorkers.
Actually, there's quite a few of us here. But
That's true.
That's a good thing now. See, being a New Yorker, I like dealing with New Yorkers.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
So, no, it's convenient. In some ways, it's even a little bit easier than New York to get things done. If you wanted to set up your own business, it just seems to be a little bit easier to get things done here, from my experience.
Yeah, it's definitely a very convenient city with the transportation and things. Do you drive here in Hong Kong?
Oh, no.
No.
I actually haven't driven a car in about 9 years.
Yeah, that's a good thing.
I didn't need one when I lived in New York, and when I moved here, I don't need one. My license actually just expired, so I can't drive back home now.
Where I was from in the States, it was completely necessary to have a car. So a lot of parts of the States are like that, and there are definitely certain times where I was like, this is just more hassle than it's worth. So I'm really not in a hurry to get a car here in Hong Kong.
No, it's a nice romantic notion that I'm going to get a car and I'm going to take it and go out to the beaches on the weekends and for weekend getaways. And a lot of friends I know who have done that have wound up using the car maybe 2 or 3 times and then reselling it.
Yep, I don't blame them. So can you tell us about, you do a couple different shows here in Hong Kong. You're part of the People's Liberation Improv Group, which is a pretty large improv group here in Hong Kong. And then you're part of Three Dudes Improv, which I'm guessing is you and two other
dudes. It's a misnomer. It's 3 dudes and a lady.
Oh, okay.
Because we do have one of the guys in the group.
And a pizza place.
Sorry? No. No, one of the guys in the group, his colleague, she accompanies us on the keyboard.
Okay.
So she's like a 4th member of the group as well.
Okay. Well, I haven't actually seen the show yet. How does that work if you're doing improv, and what do you need a keyboard for?
For musical.
Okay. Oh, so you're doing the music and everything. So.
Well, yeah. Actually, we use the keyboard a lot for mood music.
Okay.
For example, just to
let's
kind
back
of
up.
Kind of back up. For People's Liberation Improv.
Okay.
That was founded here about 5 years ago. We're operating out of Takeout Comedy. And that's primarily short-form improv. So if you've ever seen the show Whose Line Is It Anyway, that's primarily what we focus on. Short games, 3 to 5 minutes, and we do a lot of them in a night.
Okay.
Three Dudes Improv, we focus more on what's called the long form. So we have different formats that we play with. Generally, we'll get a lot of suggestions from the audience up front, and then throughout the course of the next 45 minutes to an hour, weave those suggestions into different scenes.
Okay.
So it's a lot more of us looking for the funny, looking for relationships and characters from nothing. So while we're doing that, she's very good at picking up on the mood of a scene. Maybe if it's in a bar, she'll play some kind of honky-tonk music or blues music if it's that kind of bar. If it's in a supermarket or something, she'll add a little bit of background music just to enhance the scene. And then once in a while, we like to screw with each other, and we do a little call-out thing, which is called Sing About It.
Okay.
So maybe you or I might say a line like, "Oh, I can't believe that my crabs have come back." And someone else will say, "Sing about it." And she'll start playing a genre of music, and then you have to actually sing about the
that's
crabs
so
coming
funny.
back. So it's just, it's a...
Yeah, that's great. So long form improv. I don't know if people are listening that are into improv, then they might or kind of draw similarities between that show and Upright Citizens Brigade's Ass Cats.
Ass Cats, right. Or the most famous one, people who know long form, would be the Herald.
Okay.
And then there's also the Armando. There's the Living Room. There's so many different formats. We were actually
pretty popular now.
It is popular. We were lucky enough last weekend to have 3 members from Boston Improv. They've been touring around.
That's right. We talked
Asia.
about it on the show, actually.
Right. And we were lucky enough to have them join us for a show. And they actually gave us a workshop the evening before at People's Liberation Improv. So that was a very good learning
and
experience.
those people were actually from Boston.
Yeah, they're from
Boston coming
Improv.
over.
Yeah.
All right. Excellent. That's very cool. So how often do the 3 dudes in the People's Liberation Improv, how often do they happen?
Okay. Well, PLI is generally the first Friday of every month.
Okay.
And sometimes we have a special show, like with the Improv Boston's, but generally first Friday every month. 3 dudes, just because of our different schedules. All 3 of us are teachers at different schools, different travel schedules. We haven't been able to perform as regularly as we like to.
Harder to pull off.
It's been about once every 3 months.
Okay.
We're looking to get more consistent.
Quarterly.
And yeah, we actually were supposed to have a show last month, and unfortunately had to go home for that week, so we had to miss the show. But we're looking maybe January, try to do something.
Okay,
yeah.
so coming up soon.
Yeah.
January's pretty close right now.
Yes.
And you also do stand-up comedy.
That's right.
How would you describe your stand-up comedy style?
Lucky.
Lucky. Just pulling jokes out of thin air.
Maybe, yeah. I do like to try to incorporate improvisation into it. I've been trying to do more of that. In other words, working the crowd
work, sure.
and just seeing what's out there and playing with it. I do a bit of misdirection. I'm very fond of that. Observational, just looking at the weirdness of everyday occurrences or everyday expressions or just whatever. So it's more along that line. It's just very conversational.
Okay. Now, I would gather you probably get a lot of your observations for your stand-up from all the travel that you do, because I've noticed that you've been performing in different countries throughout your time here in Hong Kong. You've actually been going to where? Mainland China, Philippines, Singapore, Korea?
A little bit, yeah. Actually, most of an observation is just here in Hong Kong. Because we have such a wide variety of different people from around the world.
That's right.
Here.
You don't have to go find them; they're already here.
Exactly. And now with the teaching, a lot comes from that.
Yeah, I can imagine. Kids say the darndest things.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, how about when you do the traveling?
Mm-hmm.
How do you find those audiences to be compared to a Hong Kong audience?
It's been very good because most of the places we go to, the audiences are used to an international crowd. So the most local crowd we've had was when we performed in Beijing at their Improv Festival. But they were a great crowd. I mean, they were just so receptive and just really energetic and really enjoyed it.
Okay.
So we haven't really had any problems with any crowds as far as material not being understood.
Good. So you've been doing improv and stand-up in other countries?
Yeah, actually, more so improv.
Really?
We've been our festivals have been in Beijing, Seoul, and Manila.
Okay.
So, plus our festival here. So
excellent. So there's fests all over the place to attend.
Oh yeah.
Any coming up that you're aware of?
Well, actually, we have our next festival. It's the third annual Hong Kong International Improv Festival in March. So it's February
Okay.
28th through March 3rd. And we already have about 8 teams who have committed to coming and
Excellent.
performing.
Wow.
And then in April, Beijing is having their 4th annual. So chances are we're going to get a few people to go there. And Manila's talked about doing another one in June. And Xiamen in China,
Mm-hmm.
they're thinking of doing one maybe May.
Okay. So
So
a lot of improv in the first half of 2013.
yeah, it's going great.
Excellent. And is there much going on here in Hong Kong in the way of Cantonese improv comedy? Do the local people get a taste of it, or
There is a group. I think it's at HK Baptist U. Please don't hold me to that if I'm wrong, but I think it's at one of the universities. I think it's Baptist.
if he's wrong, send your emails to the show here, and we'll correct him.
And then forward it to me. Yeah,
Sure.
but send it in Cantonese because we don't understand it, and we won't get
Yeah,
the
we can
no.
just put it to the junk right away.
But no, there is a group there. They are they had a show at our club last year. It's a student group, and I believe they're having a second one this year in December. So they are doing an active community there in Cantonese, not so much bilingual.
Okay.
But it's Cantonese though.
Yeah.
And we've had some of our guys here in the stand-ups, Cantonese stand-ups, who have expressed interest in it. So we're hoping we can generate more interest and then try to get a second group.
Yeah, that would be good if you really want to proliferate it. You
Well,
have
I
to
mean,
be in the local dialects.
It's kind of bad for us because we're the only group that we've met so far that doesn't have, or the only city that doesn't have a local dialect or local language group.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, in Seoul they've got the English-speaking group and they have a Korean-speaking group. Beijing, it's got the English-speaking, they have the bilingual, they have Mandarin-speaking. Philippines, well, I mean they're bilingual with Tagalog and English anyway.
Sure.
Shanghai, they do a lot of English and bilingual. So
Hong Kong's the laughing stock of the improv community.
and it's not in the good way being laughed.
Yeah, not the good way.
So.
All right. Well, if you speak Cantonese and you want to get into improv
Please.
comedy,
Yes.
contact
We'd love
Pete.
to have you. Yes.
And you do some teaching of improv here in Hong Kong, correct?
That's correct.
You do the workshops at Takeout Comedy.
Yes.
Excellent. And how is that? I mean, is it? I guess you're a teacher by trade now or by profession,
Right.
So it really shouldn't be too difficult for you to get these adults to do things whenever the kids are probably trickier.
Actually, no.
Really?
Kids are easier.
Wow.
Because the kids don't have the social taboos of, I'll look funny if I do this.
Okay.
I'll sound silly.
That's
Like,
true.
if I were to just say to a group of adults for an improv exercise, which is an exercise, we're going to be animals. I want everyone to pick an animal and just become that animal. As an adult, and I've gone through this exercise, you feel very self-conscious. You're like, I'm going to look like a fool.
Yeah, you got your walls up.
Yeah, but I do the same thing to the kids, and no hesitation.
Sure.
And they're out trying to outdo each other in silliness and trying to become multiple animals. So it basically, with improv, we're trying to unlearn all the things society has instilled into us.
True.
And get back to that childhood, yes, and just accepting and not being afraid to fail or look funny or silly. Just,
Right. Well, it sounds like even if you weren't really interested in performing in front of people, if you attended the workship, it could basically be a therapy for you. If you have a problem getting out of your shell, it's really therapeutic.
It's great for that. It's also great for teamwork. We've been trying to really push corporate training because
Right.
it's just
It's a natural
we work
fit.
as a team, and you have to be able to listen to each other and work with each other.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just ideal for teamwork. So we're really trying to push that aspect of it.
And yes and them instead of negating what they're saying.
Exactly. Yes, and
To you, what's the most difficult aspect of improv comedy?
good question.
It's redundant to say, but coming out of your shell initially, or
Well,
I guess maybe
there
for
is
you
that.
now.
There is that. I mean, there's still always that shell. There's always that barrier. There's still that I don't want to do that. I'm going to look silly. There's still that you always have to fight against. So there's always still that barrier of trying to get to the next level.
Yeah, but at this point in your career with comedy, you've already gotten past that probably much better than most people, especially since you're teaching the class here.
Well, that helps. Yeah,
Yeah.
it does help. I mean, there's still other barriers. There's still more to get through. So, but I'm building the tools to get through it easier or to be more willing to take chances and risks.
So for our listeners that have been to an improv or haven't been to an improv show before, what can you tell them to entice them to come to your show?
Every show is different, and every show is so dependent on the audience. A great audience makes for an incredible show. It's just because the energy level, the suggestions, the whole thing about improv is that it's being made up on the spot based on audience suggestions. So the more bizarre the suggestions, the funnier the show. So the audience has a direct impact on how fun the show can be.
That is fun.
No, it is. So and it's a non-pressure type of interactivity as well. Whereas at a stand-up show, a lot of people are afraid if I talk to them in the audience, they're always, oh, he's setting me up. I got to be careful what I'm saying. Improv, we want you to screw with us. So when we're asking you, we want a suggestion for you to make it difficult for us instead of the other way around.
And I think the first thing you touched on there, as far as every show is different,
right,
is kind of a big deal. Because I've had periods where I've been to maybe 3 takeout comedy shows in the period of a month for stand-up.
Right.
And you hear the same jokes over and over again if it's
Sure.
the same person, which is understable. I mean, working out new materials
right.
is a tough thing to do. Especially if to get a whole fresh 10-minute set or something like that. But I guess on the plus side of that, I memorized some of my favorite jokes. So
right.
I know your Mandarin Oriental bit.
Right.
Great one.
Thank you.
Love it.
Thank you.
And if you want to know what I'm talking about, you're going to have to come see
to the
Pete.
show, yeah. Saturday night, yeah. Well, it would have been 2 Saturdays ago when this comes out.
Well, there's one coming up on the 2 shows coming up on the 21st and the 22nd. We're
tonight.
Get to that in
so
a
get out
bit.
tonight, yeah.
Well, no, 2. What is it going to be? Today's. Oh, we're breaking the fourth wall here.
That's all right.
Today's the 19th, so 2 days from now.
Oh, okay, yeah. In 2 days from now, yeah.
But we'll definitely get to that in the event section.
And I'll be talking about that wacky situation that just happened last night in the news.
Oh,
the whole
thing,
that happened.
I can't believe that happened.
That was incredible.
That was crazy.
Game changing, and the Mayans were almost right.
Yep, but thank God if it wasn't for Bruce Willis actually getting in the spaceship.
Oh my God,
I didn't think it was possible.
That was life imitating art. I couldn't believe that. It was wow.
Yeah, but
we're gonna miss him though.
But unfortunately, Liv Tyler did execute Ben Affleck before he had a chance to get on. They pulled it off anyway.
It's all right.
So I think we covered the important aspects of improv comedy here in Hong Kong.
Okay.
I would encourage everybody to go check out 3 Dudes and People's Liberation Improv as soon as possible. As far as what you like to do outside of comedy,
right,
what else do you like to do here in Hong Kong?
I don't have a whole lot of extra time, but when I do have time,
you drink Dos Equis.
Oh, that's that commercial, isn't it? Yeah. That's a horrible commercial. Yeah, drinking, unfortunately, that's a hobby, but I try to limit that. Volleyball, I used to play a lot of volleyball here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Then
talked about volleyball on the show a lot.
My body got old and broken, so I had to really cut that down. I guess just hanging. I love people watching.
Mm-hmm.
It's great for material, and it's just great to just observe. I just love to sit back either at a coffee shop or at a bar or a restaurant and just really watch what's going on. It's amazing how bizarre some things really are.
Are there any other groups in Hong Kong that you're affiliated with that you would like to mention?
I was a member of Roundtable 10 for a while, which is a charity organization. It's a great organization. It's a offshoot of the Rotary Club.
Okay.
So
I know Rotary's quite active here in Hong Kong.
Yeah, as is Roundtable. So that's a great charity. Roundtable 10, Roundtable, it's for guys, and then Ladies Circle for the ladies. So both are very good charities if people wanted to get involved that way.
Okay.
That's always good.
And what kind of a charity events do they do?
Well, the big one that Roundtable does every year is we have a 24-hour pedal cart race in Victoria Park.
Okay.
It's teams enter. They build these carts that
2 teams enter, 1 team leaves?
Oh, it's more like 20 teams enter, and you're lucky if 3 leave. It's a 24-hour event. It's like a Le Mans style event. And
with pedal carts.
Yes, they just get into these little carts.
That's cool.
Some are incredible. They're made of carbon fiber. It's just these teams get into the research facilities and design them aerodynamically.
Oh, so they take it
real serious. Yeah. Other ones are just more of a fun cart. They just put all kinds of silly lights in.
Like it's a Red Bull event or something?
Yeah, something like that. But
gotcha.
So that's the big charity event every year. So
okay.
That's a big one.
Well, yeah, that's definitely a good plug. So check out Roundtable 10.
Yeah.
And one thing I ask everyone on the show: do you have any recommendations for people who are coming to Hong Kong for the first time? What's the first thing they should do when they get here? Even if they have a little bit of time, what's the one thing they should do?
Are you talking entertainment-wise, or just anything in general?
Whatever life experience you think would be good.
I'm obviously going to say come to the comedy club.
Hell yes.
Right. I mean, that's a given.
And that's a good one. Andrew Chu was on the show a few weeks back, and he said that they should actually go to an open mic and perform.
That's a good one, actually. Actually, that is. If you ever harbored any ideas of trying stand-up comedy, this is the ideal place to do it, because it's a very low-pressure situation. It's a supportive environment. That's actually a very good idea.
And do you still attend any of the open mics to try out new material or anything like that?
I will once in a while. I also do teaching adults every once in a while. So a lot of times I have project work in evenings, so I might not.
Okay. So sometimes you take part in the stand-up workshop as well at Takeout Comedy, or is this separate from that?
Oh, no, I mean, this is like
teaching adults.
Teaching English. Yeah,
okay, teaching English. Got you.
It just depends on any kind of project work that I come up with. So.
Okay, excellent.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's all the questions I got for you. Thank you so much for handling that grilling.
Well, no problem.
Did a great job.
Thank you for the opportunity.
Hey, no problem. We're doing pretty good on time here, so maybe we'll try out a new game this week.
Ooh,
a new game.
I like games.
I call it What's Up or Down Hong Kong.
Okay.
All right. So this is basically, we're going to find out a little bit more about you. This is kind of a rapid fire lightning round thing. I'm going to go through 10 items, and I'm just going to say a word or a phrase, and you just say up or down as far as kind of like a thumbs up or thumbs down, whether you like it or not, okay? And then maybe we'll go back over the answers and see if anything sticks out.
What if I don't know?
Don't know what it is? I'll explain it.
Okay.
You should. It's not too bad.
I'm not hugely popular on pop culture.
Oh, sure. But yeah, and if you don't
know,
don't know you like it, or if you like it or not, I don't know.
So all right, we'll figure it out.
Say in the middle or something. Yes, exactly. We'll improvise. You got to go through this game with me. We'll work out the kinks.
All right. All
right. 1, vampires.
Up.
Gambling.
Up.
Modern art.
Down.
Jägermeister.
Up.
Whose line is it anyway?
Up.
Chick flicks.
Down.
Conspiracy theories.
Down.
Politics.
Down.
Networking events.
Down.
Cricket.
Down.
A lot of down there.
Yeah.
I noticed you said up to Jägermeister.
Yeah.
I did read a tweet, and I follow you on Twitter, as everyone else should, at Pete Grella.
At Pete Grella, yeah.
And I saw a joke on there where you said something about Jaeger bombs and being too old for it, or some sort of insinuation about that. So that's why I put it on the list.
Why
you weren't a Jaeger fan.
I'm not a Jaeger bomb fan. Because I'm not a big fan, and I hope they don't get upset and pull any kind of corporate funding. I'm not a big fan of the Red Bull.
Yeah, I'm also not big on energy drinks.
It's just too sweet. It's just I don't know.
Red Bull's not one of the worst offenders though, but some other companies are a lot worse than them as far as energy drinks.
Yeah.
We're getting that Red Bull sponsorship back right now.
Red Bull's a great company. Don't get me wrong.
Recently, a little girl died in the United States after drinking 2 Monster energy drinks in one day.
That might be an urban legend.
No, it was in the news.
Did it involve Pop Rocks?
Pop Rocks and Coke?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, no, Jaeger's enough, though, because I don't drink tequila. It'll make me violently ill. And I think I was abducted by aliens many years ago when I did drink it. So usually when people are trying to get me to drink tequila shots, it's always like, oh, you're a wuss. You can't do shots. So I say, let's have Jaeger. And that usually shuts them up, because then they say, all right, well, you're hardcore enough. We won't bother you now. So defense mechanism. It sounds weird, but
Jaeger's kind of a frat boy drink actually. Yeah. So it's not a big deal to drink some Jaeger. You said up to whose line is it anyway?
Yes.
So you are a fan of the show. You like what they were doing on there.
I do. Yeah.
And who is the Wayne Brady of the PLI?
I hope this isn't a racist thing.
No, it's not. I mean, I was thinking of it more like Wayne Brady's the best for coming up with the songs. He's really good at singing and the
very
music.
Character driven. Yeah, I would think Chris Carmen. He's very good. He loves to do the singing as well, and he's very quick with it.
Okay.
And he's kind of got a background in improv rap, kind of. So, yeah, he would be. Yeah. Plus, he's very, very character-driven. He's very good with that. So,
You like the British or the American version?
I like both, actually.
Both, yeah.
The British one is actually what got me into taking the improv workshop here.
Right.
Because the original cast usually comes to Hong Kong once a year.
Oh, really?
And I saw them about 3.5 years ago when they were
Excellent.
performing, and I said, wow, this is incredible. I want to do what they're doing. Takeout Comedy happened to have a 10-week workshop, and I said, I'm signing up for this. And
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that they had been here regularly before, so I'll keep an eye out for that one. And then I guess the other thing that sticks out is politics.
Yeah, it's just this.
You don't do political humor.
Not too much. They're doing a good enough job themselves. It actually just it disgusts me the more I read about not just politics back home in the U.S., but even just seeing it here. It's like there's always the lofty ideal for everyone having representation and people have their own destiny, control their own destiny. But then you see about the whole legal structure fiasco. Just,
Yeah, it keeps popping up again and again. It's
modern
pretty
art,
sad.
yeah, I said no. It's down.
Modern art, yeah.
A lot of it's pretentious.
We talk a lot about we talk about art a lot on the show here.
Well, that's fine. I mean, I like art. I have an art background. I'm a graphic designer, commercial art.
Right.
But a lot of modern art.
There's actually a design festival going, or I guess it happened a few weeks back. The Detour Festival. Did you?
No, I
did
think
you
it's still
check that
going
out?
on over at the.
Not on December 19th.
Well,
Or is
yeah,
it?
right. I thought no, 'cause remember they said no, never mind. I was going to try that joke again. They expanded it because of the incident yesterday, but never mind.
Oh yes, they extended it.
And conspiracy theories, I said down because there's so many crackpots.
Okay.
I enjoy a good conspiracy theory, and I enjoy listening to people go on about their particular theory. That's an up, but the actual theories themselves, and it's just the people who take it too far. That's why I had to give it a down.
Don't believe in all that
Yeah.
World Trade Center nonsense.
Yeah,
and
I was
things
I
like
was
that.
there the day it happened, and trust me,
Planes hit it.
planes
That's what
freaking
happened.
hit it, and they went down. Yeah.
All right. Well, yeah, we don't have to go through every one of those, but I think we got to know a little bit more about you
Okay.
with some random topics there.
Cool.
We'll go into the events for the week.
Community calendar.
That's right, community calendar, basically. And we always start with our arts and culture section here on the show. It's the arts. It's the arts. It's the arts. It's the arts this week. We have ongoing events. First is an art exhibit, Season's Greetings at Archangel Art in Central. In celebration of the holiday season, Archangel Art brings a beautiful group of works by the leading artists from Vietnam, China, and Indonesia that Archangel represents. And that's going to be going on through December 31st. We also have an event going on through December 23rd, so that's coming up this week. Make sure you get to it. It's Days at Shigaraki at Jockey Club Creative Arts Center. An exhibition shares a lady named Sue. Sue's exhibition shares her personal reflection on ceramics, globalization, and local cultures during her residency in Japan, and raises questions of time, space, and meaningful cultural exchange.
Ceramics.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting.
Ceramics,
Idea.
ceramics, globalization,
And the local cultures during her residency in Japan, and raises questions of time, space, and meaningful cultural exchange. That's
now
a mouthful.
you see why I said down to modern art.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's if you're an art fan, I'm sure it's intriguing.
I'm sure it's great.
Yep.
I'm not going to put it down.
Also, through December 23rd, we have an event called Destination Berlin at 1A Space in To Kwa Wan. 6 artists explore the search for individual and collective identity on the 20th anniversary of the fall of the Berlin Wall.
Whoa.
Tuesday through Sunday, 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. You remember the Berlin Wall falling?
I do, actually. I do.
What year was that? 90.
Well, it was, let's
Was it
subtract
90?
back. It was 30th anniversary?
Oh, yeah. Well, I guess 90... No, not 90. 83?
Yeah, 80
Yeah.
something, 82.
Maybe that's why I don't remember it.
Yeah, no, I was, yeah.
Or 82.
And Reagan
Yeah.
was over there.
My math is so awesome. Oh, no, it's 20th anniversary. What am I saying?
Mr.
So
Gorbachev,
92.
tear down that wall.
You do impressions.
Yeah, sometimes. Actually, yeah, I do on stage. Yeah, not
what,
a lot. But
What are your best impressions?
Schwarzenegger. People seem to like the Schwarzenegger.
Get to the chopper and all that.
Yeah, that walking. If people know Christopher
Oh
Walken.
man, I love a good walk-in.
Do walking.
What's your? Let's give me a little bit of walking.
Wow, ceramics. It's crazy. You know, globalization is around the world, and you know, everybody's gonna come down and see things made of ceramics. It's glass and sand melted.
That's a good walk-in.
Yeah,
that's pretty good.
Yeah.
I wish I could do one that well. It takes practice, though, doesn't it?
Yeah.
All right, next event, The Cat That Eats Diodes, is an event at Island 6 in Shungwan. Multimedia artworks and installations by Liu Dao explore issues of reality, illusion, representation, and identity.
That was by who? You down?
Liu Dao.
I thought you said Hugh Down. He was
Hugh
that guy that
Downs.
used to be on 2020 way back.
Right, I remember.
I'm too old. No one listening to this is going to remember who or what that was, so it's all right.
Oh, you remember A Current Affair?
Or something like that, I think they did.
Yeah, they had that sound.
Yeah.
These are old American tabloid shows.
Sorry.
So that's going on through December 27th for The Cat That Eats Diodes, Thursday through Sunday, 1 p.m. to 7 p.m. Another art event, Ken Kitano, Our Face, at Blind Spot Gallery in Central. Japanese photographer Ken Kitano has a photographic project that started in 1999. So,
oh, wow.
13-year project. It's going on through December 22nd, so you're going to have to get out to that one soon if you want to catch it. Next art event, The Chronicle of Disappearance at Southside in Aberdeen. Art from a number of Chinese artists. That's about all the information I could gather on it. It's also
well,
going
it is
on.
the Chronicles of Disappearance, so there's nothing to show.
Yeah, you get there and everything's gone.
It's gone.
They say, get it?
Yeah.
All right. Through December 22nd.
That would be awesome.
What did you expect? All right.
You charge people, and they come into this empty room.
Yeah,
Hey,
it's behind a black
what?
curtain.
It's disappeared. Thank you.
They've already run away with your
Tell
money.
Your friends.
Good stuff. Wednesday and Thursday, there's no one-day events. We got one on Friday, though. It's a musical event, Winter Solstice, Farewell to the Sun, at Hong Kong Cultural Center in TST. Local musicians play traditional Chinese instruments inspired by the so-called galactic alignment that's predicted by some to occur in winter solstice of 2012 and bring doom to the earth.
Oh, so this is basically it's an end of the world party.
Yeah, so that'd be kind of cool. You go there, you catch the sun exploding as you listen to the music. It's
Right.
it's a good thing.
And you just hope that John Cusack is around to save us.
Or Nick Cage.
Yeah, one of those two. The two non-action here. I don't know.
Yeah, they're in the end of the world
But
movies.
actually, that sounds like it'd be pretty cool. It's in TST.
Yeah, it's in TST. It's going on December 21st and 22nd. So
Okay.
if the world doesn't end on the 21st, you can go and enjoy, celebrate that fact.
They're optimistic.
So
That's good.
yeah, the one day you get to despair about it, the next day you celebrate.
Yeah.
It's at 8 p.m. on those days. It's $200 to attend. Sounds kind of cool. Nothing on Saturday, but we have an event on Sunday, December 23rd, another musical event, A Merry Christmas to You and Your Family at Hong Kong Cultural Center, which I believe is also in Oh, no, it is. Same spot as the Winter Solstice event. It's
Right.
in TST. Christmas classics performed by the Hong Kong Oratorio Society Choir. 7:45 p.m. Tickets start at $80. And we have another musical event on Sunday, Zhang Ying's Solo Recital 2 at Cultural Center Concert Hall in Kowloon. Don't know why it's so hard to say. It's a pipa recital, which is a Chinese stringed instrument. So kind of taking
that's
some
kinda
culture. Yeah,
So it's traditional music.
I believe so.
Oh, very cool.
Yep, 8 p.m. Also on Sunday, a musical event, Great Eagle Festive Series, Harry's Christmas at Hong Kong Cultural Center in TST. Join local TV presenter and musician Harry Wong and the Hong Kong Philharmonic to celebrate Christmas with a sing-along of all your favorite Christmas songs. On December 23rd, they have a show at 4 p.m. and 7:45 p.m. On the 24th, they have one at 7:45 p.m. Tickets start at $145, so nice holiday sing-along there. And that's going to do it for all the cultural events that we have for this week. You might notice that our events sections, the people who have been listening to a few episodes of the show, are getting a little bit shorter. I'm actually cutting out and being a little bit more selective so we can spend more time having fun with the guests and less time talking about all the events. Some are not always that great, anyways. to be frank, we do what we got to do here. But anyway, we're moving on to the next section, which is sports and rec.
Sports and rec.
Musical event on Wednesday, December 19th, Tri Deuces at Grappa's Cellar. It's a jazzy bluesy band called Tri Deuces. I actually checked out a video of one of their songs, and it's pretty cool. It's chill music if you're into jazz.
That's cool.
I would definitely go check them out. It looks like mostly local guys and a lady lead singer. It's really nice. 8 p.m.
Well, and if you like the video, chances are live is going to be even better.
Oh, definitely.
So that's good then. Yeah.
Good acoustics in Grappa's Cellar.
Yeah.
Thursday, December 20th, we have some meetup.com groups to talk about. Hong Kong Movie Club will be seeing Twilight Breaking Dawn Part 2, if you haven't already seen it. And the Dine Together group is having a Christmas special event, Gingerbread Man DIY course.
Oh, Dine Together. I thought you said dying together.
Not the Dying Together
like,
group.
What?
Let's make some
Wow.
Gingerbread Man and then slit our wrists or
like,
something
wow,
like that. No,
this is-
nothing.
Wow, things are getting bad.
That would be a real meetup group.
No, it is on the 20th, so it's right around the right time that the Mayans predicted. So I don't mean to resort
Kind
to
of
the
a Heaven's
Mayan
Gate
jokes,
deal.
but yeah. No, I'm getting over a cold, so my ears are still a little cloudy. I'm just like, wow,
I'll try to speak up.
No,
here.
no, that was fine. I was just dying club.
Yeah.
I'm like,
No,
wow, okay.
you'll be dining with them.
Yeah.
Okay. And so yeah, go to meetup.com to check out these groups and find out more about them and what they got going on. Friday, December 21st, we got some more meetups. The Dine Together group will also be meeting then, having a Christmas party. The Singles Club will be meeting at Dragon Eye. Yeah, that's it for Friday.
Okay.
Saturday, December 22nd, we have a gaming event starting, the Asia Game Show 2012. And this is the biggest video game convention that goes on in Hong Kong each year. And it starts at 10 a.m., and I believe it'll be going for several days, going all through the weekend. You can go and check out some new video games. If you're into PlayStation, there'll definitely be a lot of that kind of stuff there. Some PC gaming, and if you're a cosplayer, there's a lot of big cosplay contests that they have going on.
I don't know what that is.
That's people who dress up like their favorite video game characters or just different
They call that cosplay.
pop culture. Yep, exactly.
We just used to call that nerds.
They are nerds.
Okay,
Let's make no mistake about that. But no, it's fun. It's fun to go watch them. And so, yeah, go check out the Asia Game Show. I got to check it out last year. It was a good time. Good
Cool.
to spend some hours there and try out some new video games that aren't even out yet. Musical event, Helena will be playing at the Super Modified Agency in Shunglao Lao Wan. I believe she's kind of a pop star from Australia, I think, as I
okay.
recall. So if you're into her, go check that out. We have meetups going on. The Hong Kong Volunteers Group will be distributing Christmas presents to needy elderly in Wan Chai.
Cool.
A worthwhile
Very
cause
cool.
there. Laughter Yoga Group will be having yoga on grassland. It might be a little cold for outdoors yoga, but
On grassland.
sounds interesting.
That's how limited it is here in Hong Kong. It's on grassland.
Yeah.
We don't know where.
They couldn't find a space indoors. Hello Hong Kong Group having a hot pot, so go meet some folks and have a nice hot pot dinner. Hong Kong Partners Group having a X-Masquerade party, or I guess they're trying to combine Xmas and Masquerade.
Oh, I see.
Or Chris Masquerade party, I guess you could say. They'll be wearing masks, hats, wigs, hair accessories, etc. That's going on at JB's Lounge. I want to go through this here a little bit. Do you like hot pot?
I do, actually.
Yeah, I can't get into
do.
the fish balls.
Really?
Yeah,
No,
a little spongy for me.
Yeah, no, I like hot pot. I don't do it often, but once in a while, it's a good, fun event to do with a group
Sure.
of friends and family.
I end up eating a lot of choy, and
Yeah,
curry.
yeah.
Curry hot pot is good. All right, Sunday, December 23rd, we have some meetup groups meeting. The Hong Kong Art Group going to see the Andy Warhol exhibit at the Hong Kong Museum of Art. If you're into pop art, go check that out. And it's Hong Kong Eclectic Movie Night at the Hong Kong Brew House, which is always fun. They check out art house movies, documentaries, or international films.
Very good.
And yeah, it's pretty good if the people drinking behind you are not too loud and ruin the movie. Usually I'm the one ruining the movie because I just happen to be eating there when it's going on. We have a running event, the Polar 20K High Island GEO Run 2012, a race from Pak Tam Chung to High Island Geo Trail and back. So 20K, it's a pretty good run.
Okay.
Meeting at 7:30 a.m. Starts at 8:30 a.m. $180 to run. There's another event, the 2012 Southern District Beach Run at Repulse Bay Beach. A 1K, a 3K, and a 5K run will be happening. So choose your preferred distance. 9 a.m., $600 to run in that event.
For any of the Ks?
For any of the Ks,
then
I guess.
I would do the 5K because it's just about
Most running for your dollar.
per K.
Yeah.
It's the most cost efficient.
That's true.
Yeah.
Do the 5K. Then you're really getting bang for your buck. Shopping event, the 10th Hong Kong Mega Showcase, the 10th Hong Kong Food Festival, the 12th Hong Kong HomeX Expo, and the 5th Electrical Appliances and Domestic Electronic Products Expo, all happening at the same time at the Hong Kong Convention and Exhibition Center in Wan Chai from December 23rd through December 26th, 10 a.m., $10 to get in. The public can go check it out. Lots of new wares, housewares. You can do some Christmas shopping maybe.
Yeah.
Sounds like you'll find a lot of cool stuff there. And let me see. Monday, December 24th, day before Christmas, we have meetup groups. Movies and activities group will be seeing Twilight and dinner. So you have multiple opportunities to go watch Twilight, apparently. And surprise, surprise, no events on December 25th. So spend the time with your family and friends, please. And that's it for the sports and rec section. Good
Sports
stuff.
and rec.
And we'll move into the third section of the events, third and final, the Get Outs. The Get Outs, no ongoing events, but Wednesday, December 19th, we have the Guinness Sessions presents Hong Kong Live 2012 at Fringe Club in Central. Bands In Is Fallen, Tux, and Black Coffee will be performing. Go listen to them and vote for your favorite, and they can advance to the next round of the Guinness Sessions. Starts at 8 p.m., $100 advance, $150 at the door. Includes a free pint of Guinness, of course. Thursday, December 20th, we have a DJ playing. DJ Spinny will be at Auto Lounge in Central, 10 p.m. Go check that out. Friday, December 21st, I'm only going to say go check out Stand Up at Takeout Comedy in Soho, featuring Pete Grella, and friend of the podcast Andrew Chu will also be performing.
Oh, very good. Yes, that's right.
9 p.m., $150. And also on Saturday, it'll be Friday and Saturday.
Yep.
If you miss them on Friday, go on Saturday and see Pete and Andrew Chu perform at Takeout Comedy in Soho. And let me see next. There are some other events on Saturday though. After you go see Stand Up, of
laugh
course.
and laugh to your side split.
Yeah, if you haven't been sent to the hospital for hyperventilating,
Yes.
go to see DJ Janet Slack at Fly in Central, 10 p.m. $100 includes one drink. Music events also on the 22nd, the Kong Rock Odyssey at Love Da Cafe in Sanpo Kong. Bands Pandora, Room Torrent, Ni Liu, and Underclot will be playing. Sounds like some local bands. 8:30 p.m., $70 advance, $100 at the door. Includes one non-alcoholic beverage. Sunday, December 23rd, there's a show called Exotic Charm by the Wuhan Acrobatic Troupe at Yunlong Theater in Yunlong. You get to go see some Chinese acrobats. It'd be a lot
That's
of fun.
pretty cool, actually.
Yeah, I've seen some before. It's always entertaining. That's actually happening December 23rd and 24th in Yunlong, 7:30 p.m. Tickets start at $120. As it happens, they will also be performing Christmas Day at this time in Toon Moon. They're going to be out in the new territories, Toon Moon Town Hall in Toon Moon. 7:30 p.m. Tickets start at $120. Monday, December 24th, there's a party going on. Under the Stars Christmas Eve dinner and party at Armani Privé in Central. DJ Jacob and live band performances will be happening. They'll have Christmas raffles drawn by Santa Claus. 9 p.m. to 3 a.m. They have a dinner and a separate party after the dinner. The dinner is $698 for 3 courses, $758 for 4 courses, plus a 10% gratuity. For the party, just the party without the dinner, it's early bird tickets for $250 and $300 at the door. So sounds like a good one.
Yeah.
And that's it for the Get Out.
Good way to end the year. Seems like a lot of stuff happening.
Yes, indeed. So that's it for the events. Now we'll get into the game that we play every week.
Oh, another game.
Yes, this is our favorite game. The game we call 5Q. And 5Q is played. I'm just going to ask you 5 questions and looking for answers. We keep track of score on this one.
Oh, there's scores involved.
Yes,
Ooh.
high score thus far through, let me see, what do we had? Through 8 shows, 3.5 points.
Oh, I can even get half points. Oh, that's good. That's encouraging.
Yes, that's right.
Okay.
So question number 1. Imagine we're in an improv scene.
Right.
What would your first 2 words be after I said the following statement? Dreadfully sorry, but do you mind if I borrow your underpants? I'm afraid I've just crapped myself.
Oh, my.
Oh, I'm sorry. The answer we were looking for is yes and. It's a tricky improv
I see
question.
what you did. Okay. I got you.
All right. Next, this Bollywood comedy came out last year and starred 3 dudes.
This Bollywood comedy came out.
The movie. This Bollywood comedy came out last year and it stars 3 dudes.
Slumdog Millionaire.
Oh, it's a good guess. It's actually 3 idiots. 3 idiots. Did you hear about that one at all?
No.
Oh, okay. You have to check that one out. All right, we're 0 for 2 now, but I think you can definitely still come out positive.
All right, let's see.
You got a good shot on these next questions.
I hope so.
After graduating from high school, comedian Jeff Foxworthy attended this American college. These questions may or may not have something to do with our guest, Pete Grella.
Oh, well, I've been to a few colleges. I could say Georgia Tech, but
It is the Georgia Institute of Technology.
That's Georgia
Correct.
Tech. Yeah.
Yes. So, Jeff Foxworthy actually attended this.
I had no idea.
for a
Yeah.
while. Okay, next question. Fill in the blank. Blank dragon.
Blank Dragon.
Blank dragon. This question may or may not have something to do with Pete Grella.
Blank Dragon.
A question for Pete Grella.
Yeah. I know. I get that.
Blank dragon.
I get that. There's been so many dragons in my life.
This is a tricky one.
Could
be anything.
I have absolutely no idea. Fire Dragon.
Oh, this is we're actually looking for a movie from quite a while ago, Pete's Dragon.
Oh, I see. That's right. I forgot about that.
Yeah,
Wow.
it was
It's a cartoon.
yeah. Well, did they combine cartoon and then non-cartoon in that one?
Oh, they
Kinda
might have
like
for that one. Yeah.
Bed
they might
knobs
have.
and
Yeah.
broomsticks, or
Yeah, they might
Mary
have.
Poppins
Yeah.
thing.
Oh, right.
Yeah, that was an okay one.
Yeah.
Kind of boring for kids. Okay, we're gonna finish strong here though.
All right.
This should be a layup for you.
Let's see.
Tell me a joke, funny man.
You want a knock joke?
Wide open.
All right. I'll give you one.
I know
I normally
comedians hate it when you put them on the spot
Yeah.
like that.
All right. I'll do this one. Here's a little bit of a taste. It's just it's a jokey joke. There's most of my stuff it's more for on stage. But all right.
Sure.
Teaching kids, older kids. Ask them a vocabulary question. I said, who can use the word asinine in a sentence?
Okay.
Little Italian kid, Luigi, jumps up. He says, hey, that's easy. You take the 5, you added a 4, asinine.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's
Thank
a good one. All right. Well, you did finish strong. 2 out of 5. Could have been worse.
Could have been better.
Other people have gotten that score, so there's nothing to be ashamed of.
Right.
All right, but thank you for playing 5Q.
Thank you for having me.
So we'll just do kind of a plug section here.
Okay.
Remind everyone to go see Pete at Takeout Comedy this week, the 21st and 22nd.
That's right.
See him 2 times.
2 times. And then coming up in January, first Friday of the month, we have People's Liberation Improv.
Excellent.
Hopefully 3-dude show in January. And then the 3rd annual Hong Kong International Improv Festival, February 28th through March 3rd. We should have a lot of teams here coming in from China, up in Beijing, Shanghai, Taichung, Xiamen. We should have teams from Tokyo, Germany.
It's a big deal.
Maybe Spain.
Yeah.
So yeah, we got some.
Did you say a U.S. team is coming, or no? Couldn't get somebody to fly that far?
No, actually, we do have a performer coming over from Los Angeles.
Oh, okay.
Her name is Sean Landry. She'll be teaching some workshops for us and also performing. So yeah.
I think I've heard that name before.
Yeah.
Okay, excellent. Yeah, so go check out those events. As far as the show here, if there's an event coming up that you would like to mention, please send an email. You can contact me at SpeakHK on Twitter. You can also send an email to TraviJ@speakhk.com or follow us on Facebook at facebook.com/speak.hk. We should also mention again, follow Pete at Pete Grella.
At Pete Grella,
That's
yeah.
Grella.
Mhm.
Check the show notes. You'll see his name, or obviously everyone will on the episode. And any other way that we could, any other things we should follow you on? You got a Facebook
Well, I mean,
page
you can
or a
always
website?
get to peoplesliberationimprov.com for our improv going on,
great.
and takeoutcomedy.com for upcoming show schedules.
Fantastic.
And I haven't finished my website yet, so
And you
one
can
day.
check out Pete's bio on the Takeout Comedy website as well.
Yeah, can do.
Good stuff. I would appreciate everyone listening can tell a friend about the show. Subscribe to us on iTunes or on Stitcher. Please leave a rating and review if you can. It would be great. And, yeah, if you just have any comments or anything you would like to read me on the show or a review of an event that we talked about today, just shoot me an email. And that's pretty much it. Once again, thanks a lot, Pete, for being on the show. I appreciate you
Thank you,
coming
Travis.
here.
Thanks for having me.
And we'll talk to you again after we have a bit more of a following. I'm sure we can get up to thousands of ears eventually. But
It's going to be awesome.
All right. And for Pete Grella, this is Travis Jones signing off. That's what's up.